New system better equipped to handle floodwater may have prevented damage and evacuations in Jeffersonville earlier this month during record flooding. Local 44's Devin Bates spoke with the project manager and joins us now in the studio with more. Devin?
Well, Glenn, on November 1st, the Lamoille River hit an all-time record high and reached major flood stage, but town officials say one relatively small change on Route 15 may have spared them from damage. The village of Jeffersonville has seen its share of flooding throughout the years, particularly in 2011 when water inundated much of the village, including a senior housing facility. Since then, leaders went to work figuring out ways to reduce potentially damaging floods.
What we learned is that past infrastructure had created a situation where floodwaters coming off Mount Mansfield were actually being held in the village instead of flowing out to reach the Lamoille River.
The old bridge over the Brewster River sat low and backed up floodwaters into Jeffersonville, so it was replaced in 2017. The second part of the project was a new culvert that would draw floodwaters away from the village. Its first test came 2 weeks ago during the Halloween rainstorm. The difference is clear in this video taken by Select Board member Larry Wyckoff.
When we did the modeling, was estimated that it would reduce floodwaters by about a foot, which would be enough to keep the senior housing and other homes and businesses in the village from flooding. So if not for this project, we probably would have been talking about evacuating parts of the village, including the senior housing.
It was the result of over 6 years of planning and funding secured through FEMA, and Seth Jensen said even that was an accelerated timeline. The flooding from earlier this month showed just how serious the issue can be, and projects like this can mitigate those issues.
This is a very common problem, an issue throughout Vermont, and there are probably many communities where infrastructure retrofits like this could benefit the people in the communities. This was a really critical issue, a really major concern for a lot of people.
Now, town officials told us if all of that flooding happened before the new bridge and culvert were built, it's likely this nearby senior center would have had to have been evacuated. Live in studio, Devin Bates, Local 44 News.